When I look at the supplement aisle or scroll through endless ads, I see a confusing array of pre-workouts that all claim to deliver unbeatable energy and mind-blowing pumps. It's easy to fall into the hype without knowing what truly matters. In this session, I'm going to strip away the marketing noise and approach the subject scientifically. I'll explain the principles that make a pre-workout genuinely effective and show you how an evidence-based formula, like the Essence of Hormes, applies those principles with clinical precision. My goal is to empower you to make informed choices. Now that we know what we're here for, let's explore the three core pillars that define an effective pre-workout. A truly effective pre-workout isn't about chasing a single sensation, it's about supporting three interconnected goals. First, a powerful pump improves blood flow and nutrient delivery so your muscles perform at their best. Second, sharpened focus helps you stay locked in, coordinating movements and sustaining motivation through tough sets. Third, sustained, clean energy ensures you have the drive to train hard without the jitters or a crash. These pillars work together to enhance performance, and they form the framework for what we'll cover next. I'll show you how the Essence of Hormes aligns with this scientific blueprint. To start, let's dive deeper into the pump and why it's more than just a vanity metric. When people talk about a pump, they're really talking about enhanced circulation and nutrient delivery. A good pump means your muscles are receiving more oxygen and essential nutrients, while waste products are carried away more efficiently. This is largely driven by increased nitric oxide production, which relaxes blood vessels and allows more blood to flow into the muscle tissue. At the same time, proper hydration supports cell volume, so the muscle fibers swell and feel fuller. The combination of vasodilation and hydration doesn't just look impressive, it supports endurance and recovery during your workout. With that foundation in mind, we can now look at the ingredients that make the pump happen, starting with the amino acid L-Citrulline. L-Citrulline is a non-essential amino acid that your body converts into arginine, which in turn boosts nitric oxide production. That means it directly enhances blood flow and delivers that sought-after pump. A dose of 10 grams is considered the high end of the clinical range, ensuring that you have enough substrate to maximize nitric oxide synthesis. With improved vasodilation, you experience greater vascularity, enhanced oxygen delivery to working muscles, and a noticeable increase in endurance. These benefits aren't just superficial, they translate into better performance and recovery. L-citrulline forms the backbone of many effective pre-workouts. After laying this foundation, let's see how betaine anhydrous complements the pump by hydrating muscles from within. Betaine anhydrous, also known as trimethylglycine, acts as an osmolyte. That means it helps maintain fluid balance inside your muscle cells, keeping them hydrated even under the stress of intense training. Properly hydrated cells perform better, recover faster, and generate more force. Studies show that 3 grams of betaine can increase endurance, improve strength, and support lean mass gains. It works synergistically with nitric oxide boosting ingredients by promoting cell volume and protecting proteins from breakdown. When combined with L-citrulline, it ensures that the pump isn't just a transient feeling, but a functional enhancement that supports your workout. Next, we'll introduce malic acid and its role in sustaining energy production during exercise. Malic acid is an intermediate compound in the Krebs cycle, the metabolic pathway responsible for generating the bulk of your cellular energy in the form of ATP. By supplying malic acid at a dose of 3 grams, a pre-workout can support more efficient energy production during intense training. This can help delay the onset of fatigue and keep your muscles performing at a high level. Malic acid also pairs well with creatine and citrulline, ensuring that the surge in blood flow and hydration is backed by sufficient energy availability. With the pump pillar covered, it's time to shift our focus to the cognitive side of performance. Let's talk about the neurotransmitters that allow you to stay mentally sharp and connected to your training. Staying mentally engaged throughout a workout is just as crucial as physical endurance. Focus is governed by a delicate balance of neurotransmitters such as dopamine and norepinephrine, which drive motivation and alertness, and acetylcholine, which helps coordinate muscle movements. A well-designed pre-workout should support these chemicals so that your mind stays clear, reaction times remain quick, and your mind-muscle connection remains strong. When these neurotransmitters are optimized, you can push through challenging sets, maintain proper form, and enjoy a heightened sense of control. Now that we understand the role of focus, let's look at specific ingredients that nourish these pathways, starting with L-Tyrosine. L-Tyrosine is an amino acid that your body uses to produce dopamine and norepinephrine. When you're under stress, such as during intense exercise, your levels of these neurotransmitters can decline, leading to mental fatigue. Supplementing with 2 grams of L-Tyrosine helps replenish these precursors, sustaining mental performance and focus. By maintaining dopamine and norepinephrine availability, L-Tyrosine helps preserve your mood, motivation, and cognitive function, allowing you to stay engaged throughout your training session. Its benefits are especially notable when combined with stimulants like caffeine because it helps buffer their more intense effects. Speaking of cognitive support, our next ingredient, alpha-GPC, provides another key neurotransmitter, acetylcholine. Alpha-GPC is a cholinergic compound that delivers choline in a highly bioavailable form. Once absorbed, it increases acetylcholine levels in the brain. Acetylcholine is essential for memory, learning, and the neuromuscular junction, the point where nerve impulses trigger muscle contraction. At a dose of 500 milligrams of a 50% extract, you're getting 250 milligrams of active alpha-GPC, which is sufficient to enhance mental clarity, reaction time, and overall coordination. This makes each repetition more precise and helps maintain your form under fatigue. When combined with L-tyrosine and caffeine, it creates a balanced cognitive support system. To further protect acetylcholine, we'll now consider Huperzine A. Huperzine A is a natural alkaloid extracted from the Chinese club moss. Its primary function is to inhibit acetylcholinesterase, the enzyme that breaks down acetylcholine. By blocking this enzyme, Huperzine A prolongs the presence of acetylcholine in the synapse, enhancing cognitive function and attentional control. A dose of 400 micrograms may sound small, but it is potent enough to maintain mental clarity and focus for the duration of your workout. When paired with alpha-GPC's cholinergic support, you get both an increase in acetylcholine production and a reduction in its breakdown. With our focus ingredients covered, it's time to address the final pillar of a pre-workout: clean, sustained energy. Energy is often the most noticeable element of a pre-workout, but not all stimulants are created equal. Effective energy support should deliver a steady lift in alertness and drive without causing jitteriness or a sudden crash. This means combining caffeine with ingredients that buffer its stimulatory effects and support endurance, such as amino acids or nootropics. A balanced formula prevents overstimulation and keeps your heart rate in a comfortable range while prolonging performance. Clean energy also means avoiding a late workout slump, allowing you to push through the final sets with the same intensity you had at the beginning. Let's delve into the specific ingredients that create this smooth energy profile, starting with caffeine. Caffeine anhydrous is a dehydrated form of caffeine that delivers a quick and predictable boost in alertness, drive, and pain tolerance. At 250 milligrams, you get enough stimulation to enhance strength output and endurance without tipping into excessive jitteriness. This dose is especially effective when paired with ingredients like L-tyrosine and alpha-GPC, which support neurotransmitter balance, and creatine and betaine, which support muscular performance. Together, they create an energetic environment where you feel awake, focused, and physically capable. Proper dosing is crucial. Too little and you feel sluggish. Too much and you risk a crash. After discussing caffeine's benefits, we'll revisit tyrosine to see how it moderates stimulant effects. Earlier, we talked about L-tyrosine as a precursor to dopamine and norepinephrine. Its benefits become even more apparent when you consider its buffering effect on stimulants. As caffeine and other stimulants increase catecholamine release, tyrosine helps replenish these neurotransmitters so they don't get depleted. This buffering reduces the likelihood of overstimulation, anxiety, and the post-stimulant crash. Maintaining dopamine levels also supports mood and motivation throughout the workout. By combining tyrosine with a moderate caffeine dose, the Essence of Hormes formula provides smooth, sustained energy. With focus and energy addressed, the next ingredient rounds out the performance profile: creatine monohydrate. Creatine monohydrate is one of the most well-researched supplements for increasing muscular power and endurance. It works by increasing your stores of phosphocreatine, which your body uses to regenerate ATP during high-intensity efforts. A full 5-gram dose replenishes these stores, allowing you to perform more repetitions at a given weight and recover faster between sets. Creatine also draws water into muscle cells, improving hydration and cell volume. This complements the osmotic effects of betaine and enhances the pump you feel from citrulline. By including creatine in a pre-workout, you're supporting both immediate performance and long-term strength gains. With the main ingredients covered, it's helpful to summarize how they work together across the 3 pillars. To recap the pump pillar, a combination of high-dose L-Citrulline, Betaine Anhydrous, Creatine Monohydrate, and Malic Acid provides complementary benefits. 10 grams of L-Citrulline increases nitric oxide and endurance, while 3 grams of betaine helps maintain hydration and strength. 5 grams of creatine supports ATP regeneration and muscle volume, and 3 grams of malic acid feeds the Krebs cycle to sustain energy production. When you take these ingredients together, you experience enhanced circulation, improved hydration, and prolonged energy, which translates into better performance and recovery. This summary underscores why the pump matters and sets the stage for reviewing our focus components. Our focus formula combines 2 grams of L-Tyrosine to bolster dopamine and resilience under stress, 500 milligrams of alpha-GPC at 50% potency to elevate acetylcholine and improve neuromuscular coordination, and approximately 400 micrograms of Huperzine A to prevent the breakdown of acetylcholine. Together, these ingredients improve mental clarity, reaction time, and the mind-muscle connection. Studies show that tyrosine supplementation supports cognitive performance during challenging tasks, while alpha-GPC enhances memory and focus. Huperzine A further prolongs the availability of acetylcholine, making the cognitive effects last longer. This combination ensures that your brain is as prepared as your body, leading us to the energy summary. For clean, sustained energy, the formula centers on 250 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous, which improves performance and endurance. The dose is balanced to avoid a harsh stimulant crash and is supported by nootropic ingredients like tyrosine and alpha-GPC, which help manage neurotransmitter levels. Tyrosine buffers the stimulatory effects by maintaining dopamine and mood, while alpha-GPC and Huperzine A prevent cognitive fatigue. This synergistic approach ensures that energy levels remain steady throughout your workout. With the pump and focus ingredients already in place, this balanced energy profile completes the performance triad and prepares us to review the formula as a whole. The Essence of Hormes formula brings together clinically dosed ingredients across all 3 pillars. It includes 10 grams of L-Citrulline for nitric oxide and blood flow, 5 grams of Creatine Monohydrate for ATP regeneration and strength, 3 grams of Betaine for hydration and endurance, 3 grams of Malic Acid for energy metabolism, 2 grams of L-Tyrosine for neurotransmitter support, 250 milligrams of caffeine for clean energy, 250 milligrams of active alpha-GPC for acetylcholine production, and 400 micrograms of Huperzine A to maintain acetylcholine levels. Each component is chosen based on research and formulated to work synergistically, ensuring that you experience consistent pump, focus, and energy. With the formula outlined, let's conclude by discussing how to apply these principles to any pre-workout decision. Whether you decide to use Essence of Hormes or another product, the key is to understand the ingredients and look for clinical dosing and synergistic combinations. Avoid proprietary blends that obscure the amounts of each ingredient, and be wary of flashy marketing that lacks scientific backing. A pre-workout should support your training, not replace discipline and proper nutrition. By focusing on products that deliver proven doses of citrulline, creatine, betaine, malic acid, tyrosine, caffeine, alpha-GPC, and Huperzine A, you can train smarter and see real performance improvements. Stay curious, stay focused, and remember that your progress comes from consistent effort paired with intelligent supplementation. Thank you for taking the time to learn with me.